How's it going, lighting crew? This is Jamie with Industra LED, and today we're troubleshooting a flickering LED flat panel. So what makes a LED product flicker? Well, the driver. The driver is the weak link in the circuitry. Here, we're coming under our light now. Basically, in this particular case, the ceiling got wet. As you might be able to see some of the staining behind me. And some of that water got into the surface mount kit. And we're gonna open it up here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect this for the time being. Now, how did I know it's the driver that it went bad? Well, there's only 4 parts to any particular LED. You have the frame that it comes in case of a flat panel, it's the panel itself. You have the wiring that makes it up, that hooks all the circuits up. You have the chip itself. Now the chips are what light and gives it illumination. And then you have the driver. What the driver does is it converts the AC electricity to DC electricity, was the type of electricity, a low voltage electricity, that the chip actually uses in order to work. So let's go open that surface mount kit. Here we are, we're on top of our ladder, and if you look up here, I want to explain to you first of all the surface mount kit. Basically, it's a 2-inch surface mount product that once you take off this end, you'll see the rest of the frame all the way around, and you can take either end off. This end, this 2-foot end, or the 2-foot end to the other side. You can't take off the 4-foot ends. There is a track, a lip, that runs along the edge that supports the panel on the inside. The wiring comes through here, the roof. And the reason why it's 2 inches thick is because it requires to accommodate the driver, which is about 1.5 inches thick, and it's mounted to the back side of this panel, which is about 1/2 inch thick. Let's open this up and take a look. Here we are. Now we've opened up the surface mount kit, and you can see you have your flat panel here, and again, it's not quite 1/2 inch thick. I don't think you can see back up in there and see that driver, but the driver's right there. What we're going to do is we're going to pull it out, just slide it out, disconnect that driver, slide it back in until the replacement comes in. One of the things I want you to be careful of when you open these surface mount kits is this end. It now has the risk of getting too far away from this end, wider than the panel is wide. So this end could fall out. The other end wouldn't do that because it has the frame in place to keep it from widening. So you have to be careful when you open these up, when you're installing them, and when you're troubleshooting like we are today.
Okay, I do a trick when I'm by myself. I take this end piece that would normally be here, and I lay it flat on the bottom, and I put some clear Scotch tape on it, and it keeps those rails from widening as I was describing before. See how that works? Now I can take this panel and I can slide it in and out without worrying about this getting so wide that it falls on the ground. Just a little trick. Surface mount kits use this style of anchor. We recommend that you use alligator anchors that won't slip through the ceiling like that.
All right, so when I started messing with this thing, I realized there's a lot more water up there than what I thought. The whole panel was just drenched, and I went ahead and took it out, take it back to Santa's workshop so they can fix it. Just get a new one and bring it out, actually. But basically, so I'm gonna leave it like this. And again, if you were installing surface mount kits, again, if you're working by yourself, this is the best way to go as far as I'm concerned. You would install the framing itself, figure out how you're going to keep this in and control so it doesn't get too wide on you. Again, I've worked out a good solution. I'm gonna leave those wires right there just capped off so they can use the rest of the room with no problem while I'm waiting for those to be, the replacement to be delivered from the warehouse. Just want to remind you, if you have any questions about any type of LED product, or if you want to talk to me about your project, by all means, please reach out to me, Jamie@IndustraLED.com, or by all means, reach out and telephone call me. It's easier to pick up the phone than just trying to figure things out yourself. So trust everybody is having a productive 2019, and I trust it continues to be productive for everyone. And we'll see you later, lighting crew. Thanks for watching as always.